G'day everyone, I've come down here at Brendale to meet Ron at Great Annexes. I've come to pick up this Fortitude Fortress for a customer of ours, and it was up on display, so I thought while I was here picking it up we'd show you guys, and I've asked Ronnie to give us a bit of a insight of these annexes and tell you a few features and you know, why you should probably get a Great Annexe. So this one's not the Taj Mahal, what do we call it, Ronnie?
Well, we're calling it the Mahal because it's one step off the Taj Mahal.
Okay, so it's the Mahal, it's got beer gardens, it's got, what do we call it?
We call this Resort Porch.
Resort Porches.
Would you like me to take you for a tour?
Take them through a tour.
Well, welcome to Great Annexe, Steve.
Thank you.
And welcome viewers. We've been working with Fortitude and Brisbane RVs now for a good amount of years, and we love the partnership, so thanks for promoting us. But the great product we do is exactly that. It's a great product, it's a proper product, Australian made, and it's going to deliver you guys some really good results and flexibility and setups when you're outside. So with this one, we're calling it the Mahal. It's not quite Taj Mahal, we're missing an extension room on the back that we would call it that, but nonetheless an impressive setup. So we'll start at the front. This is what we call our Resort Porch, Stephen.
Yeah.
3.1 metres in extension from the awning to the outer edge, and then the corresponding path, depending on where the sail track on the Caravan actually fits, will determine that length. But nonetheless, the end result is you get this massive front area, which is particularly good right now, Steve, for barbecue people who like to barbecue here or have their fridges or whatever set up.
Well, you've got your gas bayonet just here, so if you have it on a slide, you can set up here, and I just see you've got great coverage.
So even with a standard porch with the kitchens, when the porch comes out, it only gives you cover to there. So if it rains on the angle, you can still very much get your barbecue wet. So by doing the extended front, now the rain point's over the other side of the A-frame, you're nice and dry. So,
and I also like that it keeps the sun off, you know, the front of your van as well, and protects, you know, all your gas bottles and stone guards.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and we can actually have custom-made shades that drop off all these as well. So if you need added protection because you get the afternoon sun or wind, well, you can have the shades made to come off these as well.
So you got rafters here as well.
Yeah. So what the kit is, it's your uprights. We use because we use spreader bars, Steve, all around all the edges. It then means we don't need as many uprights.
Sure.
So, but the structure itself incorporates curved rafters to keep the water out. There's another curved rafter in the middle of this one. By the time it ropes off, it's extremely strong. And then we have the additional eyelet points on the front of these here, Steve. That if it was really silly wind and you just wanted to have that peace of mind that it wasn't going to go any further, you grab another rope point here on every half, and there's another storm point there to really hold it down.
And Ron was just telling me before we started, they are all stainless steel eyelets.
They're stainless steel eyelets, Steve. It's the only thing. Great products. We offer a 10-year warranty on all our manufactured goods, other than our awning skins, which are 5. But we do the job properly because we can't have it fail on people when they're using it. And
the big one for me, and why I did partner up with Ronnie, it's all Australian made. So it's all Australian canvas, Australian stitching, sewn together right here in Brendale.
And if Adam on the camera has a quick little pan that way, you'll see the girls hard at work at the moment putting together some annexes for the next customers. Okay, but walking on this is the Resort Porch, becoming very popular, Steve, because it's got that extended. Don't worry about your gazebos anymore that collapse in the wind. Just make it all come off the anti-flap kit, off the van, structured ropes, waterproof.
It's something that customers are asking us, you know, almost every day now. So we thought we would do this video. So I took the opportunity while I was here picking it up, just to show people what it is.
Yeah. So now we walk from the resort. You can imagine you've got your barbecue set up, maybe a couple of chairs and a little table, but you're walking now into your main annex. This is what we call our Designer Annexe. It uses a platinum exclusive product coating for us. This has light refraction in it, so it helps to get rid of the light and the heat. With a PVC mud skirt, again made in the Hunter Valley. Sure. All Australian made gear, all proper gear. We incorporate these pelments that allow us to roll up, so now we don't get leaves and water and everything get caught. And this gives it a nice finish, Steve.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so as we walk inside, we have a custom made skirt that we make to every van. That skirt changes for every van that we make. We measure the van out and make it to suit. It's the only way to do it. And then we include all your curved rafters. We include the 3 walls and the standard barbecue porch kit actually as an interesting one.
And what I do like is you look at your window there, it goes all the way to the ground, so it's as large as possible, but you can block that out when that roll is down.
So yeah, that's a good
So
point.
it's like you can almost have a full shade room as well as a full solid annex as well.
It's almost like it's a netting room with the weather covers. It's 6 foot wide, 5 foot deep, just to give you those numbers, and it just gets lots of light, lots of air. But these windows, this one in particular is rolled down at the moment, and it of course has a canvas cover that comes over it. Or you can also roll it up when the weather's good and just have a massive opening. And that might be walking out to your car, that might be looking at the river view, it could be anything like that, Steve.
And this feature here, Ron, is something I also like. Ron was mentioning to me just before. So he's put this light, what do you...
It's got our light master gable.
Light master gable, yeah.
So what the idea of this feature is that when you zip up in the rain and all that light's blocked out because the canvas is actually decent quality, then this still allows the natural light to come into the annex.
Yeah.
So that's a really popular feature. It doesn't cost anything more. It's just what we do.
Standard.
And if you need to shut that light out, you can optionally add on our Velcro blockout triangles, so you can actually cut that light out if you need to.
Yeah. And just to show as well, that could be rolled down, and that could be your door exit way there. So you can have your exit way, you know, to your side or to your long wall out the front.
That's right. So our standard layout, guys, for our annexes is doors and windows both ends. 1 or 2 large windows, depending on the length of your awning on the side, that roll up to be doors essentially.
Yep.
And that suits most. And because we have porches that come in and off the back, you can also bring your barbecue porch, not your resort. Your resort will always be a front only, but the standard porch that we supply, which is 2 metre porch, is interchangeable on this anti-flap kit both ends.
Yeah, great.
And you can come out both sides. But
what do you got out here,
Steve? The other thing that this gentleman had made, and for those in the community that know the Fortitude family are a very strong and well tight-knit community, aren't they?
We are.
And growing.
And growing.
And I love being a part. I love coming up to your events when
everyone who does attend, he gives us presentations on what you should be doing with the awning and things like that.
So one of the guys involved in that community is Steve Pelly. He's an absolute gentleman.
This is
his van, and we've also done Pelly in true Pelly style, what we call a beer garden, right? He loves a beer, so we had to build in beer garden. So this is what it's come off. So
out here,
off the side of this long side wall, roll this window up, walk straight out onto the beer garden. So this is another 2 metres again, Steve.
2 metres, yep.
That connects onto, in this case, is connecting via zip to the annex wall.
Yep.
Now, if the annex wall wasn't there, it would just feed into the spare groove on your awning drum, okay? So essentially, this will be the length of your vinyl, essentially, your awning, sliding into the drum or zipping to your annex wall. Coming out, again, aluminium poles, strong, halfway storm tags to keep it all down. We really like to see an apex in the middle to help with water on this one, because we are starting at a fairly low height and coming to a fairly low height. So if we pitch it like this, we get that ability to get the headroom, but also get the water off. But really cool accessory. You can imagine now if I have this one opened up as well, you just have this big open area. And I personally have one of these, Steve, as you can imagine, on my van. And this is my table, my chairs, my dining area.
Yep.
And then that leaves the annex available for fridges. And
so it's the full length of the awning. So
is.
you got 2 metres out, full length of the awning.
It is.
And you did say to me earlier you could keep on going too.
Well, we're in prototype stage of that one.
Yeah.
So what we want to now do is make the link between this beer garden and that resort to give you absolute coverage. But we've got a few water points we're trying to solve. I don't think we'll get it 100%, but we'll get it a lot better.
Yeah.
Eventually we'll release the corner, which we're going to call the lounge room. So that's it, Steve. This is a big unit.
Yeah.
You know, it's all possible. So I suppose with us, to give you a better idea, is, we manufacture these things locally. These are custom solutions almost.
Yeah.
And not every annex maker will do this for you.
No, I just wanted to show off the options that you do and what's possible. So not only do we think it's a great annex, it's very flexible on what options are available.
Yeah. Thank you. Hey, look, thanks for coming down.
Thank you, mate.
Having a look. Thanks for your
Pleasure.
business. And if you need
We're going to pack this up and get it back home.
Yeah, good. Thanks again.
No worries. Thank you.